Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
What's up, guys? Hold on, let me grab my. Ugh. Y'all can see me. I need to grab my mic. My bad. All right. What's good? Hey, yo, that last beat. I was gonna play that last beat, but I was like, nah, can't do that. It's wild. Hey, we're still looking for good beats on YouTube. My apologies. YouTube purposes. We don't want to get a copy strike. It is what it is. Actually, let me go ahead and hop on this call on my phone so I can actually see the comments. Give me a second. Still looking for good beats on YouTube. Let's go. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Hey, happy Friday, guys. How was your guys' trading week? The market was moving this week, I ain't gonna lie. But honestly, in my opinion, like it started doing, it started giving more, right, towards the end of the week. If you guys zoom out on the indices, um, if you guys zoom out on the pairs, a lot of it looks like it was consolidating for a while, especially with the indices. Like we was definitely stuck in this range, right? It was definitely playing with you before it ended up giving you that continuation or that good push to the upside. And everybody was waiting for that good push to the upside. I was waiting for a good push. I know a lot of people that were waiting for a nice good push to the upside, right? So it was playing with us until the end of the week. So let's go ahead and take a look at the markets. But happy Friday, guys. Let me see. Awesome. YouTube is live. We are good. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. If you guys have any pairs that you guys want to go ahead and look at, let's go ahead, send them in. But I wanted to go ahead and back test, right? The market already did what it did, but I want to go ahead and back test today, right? I want to go ahead and explain what we look for as we're back testing. That way, when we're looking at the markets and we're replaying the markets, we can go ahead and see what we like to see. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and draw out the setup. And then we can go ahead and continue with back testing the pairs that we want to back test. So keep a pair in mind. If you guys want to back test a pair, go ahead and put that in the chats. Let us know. I wanted to go ahead and back test EUR AUD because it has clean structure, and I want everybody to see the structure. But if you guys want to go ahead and see something specific, go ahead and put that in the chat. But let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just draw it with the path pen. Now, this is the thing, guys, right? A lot of us have a different bias. I may be looking for buys, you may be looking for sells, and no one's in the wrong, right? Just because, I've been here for X amount of years and you've been here for X amount of years, no one has like no authority over each other, right? The market, if the market wants to go ahead and continue to the upside, obviously we're gonna have some momentums. But what about the people who are taking these sell opportunities? What about the people who are taking the sell opportunities here? Are they wrong for taking sells? No. And are you wrong for taking buys? Absolutely not. But this, back and forth, this ping pong continues. Oops. People are looking for sells. People are looking for buys. People are looking for sells. People are looking for buys. Give me a 10 if this makes sense. Let me know if this makes sense, guys. What's up? What's up, Kevin? Guys, matter of fact, go ahead and send a screenshot in the chats. Let them know that we are live. Send this link to your peoples. Send this link to your city. Hold your people accountable, guys. Make sure they are on these calls. Right? Let me go ahead and actually adjust my screen. My bad. I need to see the chats over here. Go ahead and send it in. If you don't see your people on this call, guys, go ahead, send them the link, call them out, let them know we are live. But let me know if this makes sense, guys. Thanks, Kevin, for giving me a 10. Right? People are looking for buys and people are looking for sells. This can be in a bearish market also, right? As the market is dropping and we change direction, same thing, right? People are going to be looking for buys and people are going to be looking for some sells. And this thing continues. This tug of war, this ping pong continues. People are going to be looking for buys. People are going to be looking for sells. And this thing just continues over and over and over again. What's good? What's good, Nova? Right? This thing continues over and over and over again. So what do we like to look for? Now, there's two setups that I really, really like to look for. Why can I not delete this? Two setups I really, really like to look for, guys. I'm going to break this down to you. Right? I like to call this the head and shoulder setup, right? To the downside. If you're looking for sales, let me go ahead and just type this right here. Let me my caps. Can't spell today. Head and shoulder style idea, right? So when the market is in a downtrend, and you can see the market is in a downtrend, I want to look for the setup that I'm going to explain to you right now, right? So let me just go ahead and get that out the way. Now, this is what I want to see, right? I want to see the market give me a pullback. Now, this is the thing, guys, right? As the market is giving you lower lows and lower highs and lower lows, when the market is giving you this lower high, you have to pay attention to the structure. Is the market consolidating? Did we break and close above? You need to understand structure. So if you can understand the structure that's going on in this pullback here, if we have a break of structure upside, mark it up. If you know we're still looking for sales because the market is in a downtrend, and you can see on this left-hand side that the market is in a downtrend, you know you should be looking for sales, right? Because the market is looking like this right now. So you're already aware the market is in a downtrend. You are looking for some sell opportunities. Give me a one if that makes sense. Let me know, guys. Awesome. Why does this look smaller now? All right. So again, obviously, we could be looking for opportunities, some sell ideas over here on this left-hand side, but I want to just focus on this head and shoulder, right? There is a reason why we are looking for sales here. My bad. I got to brighten up my screen. I didn't even see y'all in the chats. Let me put my phone over here too. What's good? What's good? All right, I see y'all. Let's go. Right? There is a reason why we are looking for sales over here, right? The market is in a downtrend. There's a starting point opportunity. We are looking for the market to go ahead and continue to the downside, but now we have to wait for the confirmations, right? I want to see if we can change direction to the downside. If the market can go ahead and give us this opportunity and change direction, this is the structure that I want to see. And this break of structure, this is my left shoulder. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like more in depth on the live chart. But this is the opportunity that I'm looking at right here. Let me go ahead and just adjust and just make this a bit cleaner. Oops. Change of direction line. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. Cool. So as I'm looking at this structure, guys, it can look as clean as this, right? Because obviously the structure isn't always going to look this clean, right? Or it can look something like this. I'm going to delete this real quick. Where we at? Market pulls back, gives me a break of structure to the downside. We can see the market is heading back to us. Maybe it's a pair that consolidates a lot. If market looks like this and we consolidate a lot and then we change direction, same thing. The idea is still valid. It doesn't matter if it's super clean structure or a very, very choppy consolidation structure. The setup is the same. The setup is exactly the same. It doesn't matter if I'm gonna put these side by side. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this for now. Doesn't matter if the setup looks like this with very clean structure, or if the market is very, very choppy and likes to consolidate a lot before breaking out. If we have something that looks like this is also valid, right? We have to understand the breaks of structures and the change of direction. This is a break of structure to the upside. This is my change of direction line. Break a structure, break a structure, break a structure. Where do we change direction? Right here. It's the exact same thing, just looks a tad bit different because this one over here on this side likes to consolidate a little more. Give me an 8 if that makes sense. Yo, I don't have, oh, I do have my water. Oh, almost empty. I gotta save this. Awesome. So this is the structure that I want to see. I want to see if I could find this structure if I'm looking for sales. Now, it also helps, obviously, if the market is in a downtrend. So if we know the market's in a downtrend, when the market pulls back here, we have to focus on the structure. What is happening? Obviously, we want to find some new sell opportunities. This can be our starting point area, right? So this area I'm looking for the market to reject. I want the market to go ahead and continue to the downside, right? But I also want to see structure make its way on the way up. What is the market doing? I have to see everything. I have to be able to identify everything. Is this a break of structure? Yes, it is. Is this a break of structure? Yes, it is. Is this a break of structure? Yes, it is. All right, guys. So now at this time, people that are on Zoom, where should my change of direction line be? I need to have a change of direction line somewhere. Where should this be? Go ahead and annotate on my chart if it allows you to. It should allow you. Actually, let's do this. Let's do this. I haven't done this in a minute, actually. Okay, let's go. I didn't see that because I was focused over here. Not sure who did that, but let's go. Yes, that's where my change of direction line should be. So as the market is making its way up, what's going on? Are we pulling back? Are we consolidating? When is the market going to touch the zone? Awesome. Now we continue to adjust. So obviously we are waiting for the market to reject. We could be in this opportunity already, right? But I want to focus on this head and shoulder setup right here. This right here, guys, is the bread and butter of the market. Literally. If you could focus on this right here, this structure, and understand this, trading is going to get a lot simpler. So let's go ahead. Once the market changes direction, and we can see the market has given us this confirmation and changed direction to the downside, let's go ahead and confirm. And now this, again, this is important. This is why you need to know your BOSs. The very last BOS before the change of direction is your left shoulder. The very last BOS before the change of direction is your left shoulder. Give me a 10 if that makes sense. That means as soon as you get this, you can already delete these. I mean, technically, you should be adjusting as we go. So you don't need 100 BOSs. You can just adjust to one BOS. And as soon as you get that change of direction, you know we have a head and shoulder setup. So we can go ahead, use this zone as an opportunity. Let's go ahead and delete this red box for the visual clarity. The high is going to be my stop loss. When it comes to the head and shoulder setup, guys, the structure makes the stop loss. The structure makes the stop loss, okay? That should be in your notes. The head and shoulder setup, the smart money setup, the structure is the stop loss. Everybody should understand that by now. A lot of you guys are within a year plus. You got to know that stuff, right? Unless you are like, you've studied and studied and studied to narrow down your stop loss, like Neri, she goes down to the seconds. I've seen her do it. but she's someone who's also done the studying, right? So she has a reason, to her trading plan to why she can make those zones that tight. But do you? You guys can take my information that I'm giving you guys and make it better, but you guys have to do the studying. You can't just be doing things just because you want to try things out and do things. You have to do the studying. So when it comes to the head and shoulder setup, do not put your stop loss right here, right? You are asking to get stopped out. The setup, the stop loss goes above the head, above the structure. Now, I like to give it a little bit of pips like this. If you do something like this, it's kind of wild, right? Give it a little bit. This accounts for spread as well, right? I know. Let me go ahead and put my phone on. Do not disturb. Got the chats. I know we want to put it tight. You guys can, but again, spread spread will never get you in, but always take you out, right? So I like to give it a little bit of pips. Again, minimum 1 to 3 risks to reward. So as the market is making its way back up, I like to see if we can get into this opportunity and shift this market down and continue with this bearish trend. Now, guys, all of this right here that's going down, all of this is happening in this pullback here. All this structure that I'm breaking down to you happens inside of this pullback. Give me a 2 if that makes sense. Give me a question mark if you are confused. I'm trying to show you guys and explain to you guys how we catch this move inside this pullback here. So as the market is pulling back to our sell zone, I want to see what the market is doing, right? You guys got to be an investigator. What is the market doing? Because as soon as you see that shift, you're like, okay, I can see it. Let's go ahead and start riding that trend back to the downside, right? So I want to see if I can go ahead and break down this structure that's happening inside of this pullback here. And this 100% works best if you flow with the trend of the market. Because if we're already looking for sales in this area and it respects our starting point and we see this opportunity, this is our confirmation that the market wants to continue to the downside, right? Give me a 2 if this makes sense, guys. YouTube, does this make sense? Let me know. Gotta save that water, G. Now, the same thing happens when the market is in an uptrend. When the market is in an uptrend, I want to look for buys. Now, can you look for sales? Of course. What I just explained to you about looking for sales, can you look for that right here? Yeah, of course. But you have to know where the buyers are waiting, right? Get your 1 to 3, get your bag, right? Snag your coin and get out the market. Know where the market is looking for buys, right? So once you see that the market has opportunities in this area and people are waiting for buys down here, right? What is the structure looking like? As the market is making its way, we have to be investigators to this pullback. What's going on? What's happening? We have to go ahead and dissect every breakout to the downside. We know the market is waiting for buys because over here, right? We can see the market is buying. It's been buying for a while, for days, for weeks, for months, for years. We know the market is in an uptrend, right? We know this. But where is the next best buy opportunity? Here. It's a zone that's very fresh, has not been touched. And again, this here, this pullback here, the same thing. This pullback, it's the same thing. We're just dissecting it. Give me an 8 if that makes sense. Now we're dissecting these pullbacks. It's the same exact thing. Okay. So once we get these breaks of structures, I need to find my change of direction. Oops. Now, if this is my BOS, where does my change of direction line go? Let's go, Nova. Let's go. Let's go. Change of direction. So again, the market can mess around. What is the market doing? Right? It's not my favorite. I don't really like when the market does this type of stuff and then like makes its way, right? But it does, it happens. But if that happens, hey, the market gave us confirmation. I like to see when the market gives us these nice rejections and bounces away, right? Once the market changes direction, confirmation. Let's go ahead and confirm we changed direction. And again, the very last break of structure to the downside. Let's see, how do I go? What the heck? Anyway, try to make this bigger. Maybe it's because it's small. Whatever. I'll just delete these. All right. The very last break of structure to the downside before the change of direction, that's my left shoulder. So I want to go ahead and look for some buy opportunities here. Now, again, guys, I'm telling y'all, this pullback here, it's the very, very, very same pullback that's going on right here. Now we are just dissecting every move. So this low down here, we're looking for this move right here. Same thing. Down here, same thing. Down here, same thing. We're looking for the same exact thing. If you're looking for the buy opportunities, this is the structure that you want to focus on. You want that market structure to shift in that upward trend, in that trend direction, right? If the market is just continuing to the downside, the market can just continue all at once, right? But as soon as it hits that specific buy zone that you've been waiting for, and we finally get that reversal that we're looking at, guys, trust the structure. As soon as you see this, we're looking for the buy opportunity. So this is the setup. Entry at the shoulder. Again, I'm gonna make this stop loss big just because I know y'all don't like big stop losses. Now I'm trolling y'all a little bit. Got to. And y'all want to know why I know this too? Guess. Because I used to do the same thing, bro. I used to be like, nah, can't do that stop loss. That thing is huge. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it like halfway. And you know what the market does? It'll say, oh yeah, you want to do that? Okay, I know exactly where your stop loss is, and I'm gonna go ahead and go and take off. Boom. And then it just go ahead and it just hits the moon. Has that ever happened to you guys? Have y'all ever done this where you got to put your stop loss where you know it shouldn't go because you want to make it a bit tighter? The market hits your stop loss and then just runs. Has that ever happened to you? Hey, don't lie. Hey, I'm telling y'all, I used to do the same thing. And then I learned, you know what? I'm just gonna try it. And then, things like this would happen. Yes, the market would go ahead and give me a little bit of drawdown, but you know what happened? I stopped taking a lot of those losses that were unnecessary. Why? Because I put my stop loss where it should go. And if you don't want to risk this big of a stop loss, then you have to wait for this lower time frame structure. And you have to wait for the same thing over again, unfortunately, right? Because your account isn't that big, or maybe you don't want to risk that big of a stop loss. This setup here, you have to wait for the same thing all over again. So when the market is making its way, where's my BOS? Right here. Where's my change of direction? Right here. So now you're waiting for this setup because the risk is less. Obviously, our targets are near the same. I mean, 1 to 3, you should always stick to 1 to 3. I'm just going to preach that. Stick to 1 to 3s, even though I would love to take these highs, right? Because if you're going to continue trend, you guys got to understand your TPs on structure. If this is my higher high, this is my higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now, again, we want to see this so we can go ahead and make a new higher high. So again, I would like to see if we can take that structure. So If you understand the trend and flow of direction and order flow, you know we want to continue in that trend. Okay. Now, again, don't be doing this, bro. I'm telling you, put your stop loss where it should be. If you're not gonna wait for the, or if you're not gonna use this higher time frame setup, and you don't want to risk that many pips because X, Y, and Z, maybe your account isn't that big and can't hold that amount of, drawdown. I get it. I've been there. And or maybe you just want the snipe. Be like, you know what, bro? I want the snipe. Go ahead and do what you do. But again, put your stop loss at this low. Okay. Save yourself some heartache and some trouble and some frustration. I'm telling you, I used to do the same thing. And we want to go ahead and continue with this trend. Very, very simple. I want to continue with that trend. Give me a 2 if this makes sense, guys. Now, I'm seeing some nice structure on EUR AED. I was looking around before. Um, before this call, just so I can give you guys some good examples. I like to give you guys good examples because once you guys see it, it's hard to unsee it. Like once you're like, oh snap, there it is. You can continue to see it over and over and over again, but you have to mark up. Marking up your breaks of structures and your change of direction lines, it helps you guys. Okay, it helps you. So let's go ahead. Let's delete some of this stuff. So let's go ahead and just focus on the trend first. All right, let's focus on the trend first. So when we're looking at this, what are we thinking? Are we thinking bullish or bearish? Here's our first initial thought. When we see the market is looking like this, what are we thinking? Bullish, right? Okay, cool. That's solid. That's a good assumption for sure. I mean, that's what I would think right away. The market is in the upward trend. Let's see if we can catch some buys, right? So let's go ahead. Our breaking structure is here. BOS to the upside. My change of direction line is here. So let's go ahead and just mark that up, right? My starting point. I'm sorry, the starting point. So people are looking for buys in this area. Now let's drop to the 4 hour real quick, just so I can see some structure. Now, look at this. Notice how people can also be looking for sells. There's not just one person in the market, even though like when the market is trending, I like to just sit on buys. You know, there's people who love to ping pong, and there's people who just love to sell. Like I know Junior, he's a very good counter trend trader, you know. I know my buddy Patrick, he's a very good counter trend trader. And I'm a person who just loves to continue the trend, right? But just focusing on the structure here. Look at what I'm seeing. I see a BOS to the upside. Oops, pressing the wrong button. Followed by a change of direction on lower time frame. So there are people waiting for sales in this area. So now it's like a tug of war, like who's going to come first, right? Who's going to come first? Which zone is going to be respected the best, right? Because if the market wants to continue in this bullish trend, then the market has to go ahead and break and close above, right? Even if the market respects it a little bit, like the market may respect it and may give it a couple pips, right? Market may go ahead and give it respect. But if we don't continue in this bearish trend, we're not going to continue going down. So it can respect it a little bit, but as long as we continue in that bullish trend and to get another break of structure, then we're going to continue looking for buys. Give me a 3 if that makes sense. So it can be respected 100%. Like I've seen it happen all the time, and then it just go ahead and it'll continue in this bullish state, right? It does do it sometimes. So you're not wrong for looking for these sell opportunities, especially if you can get some confirmation, as the market is making its way and you can see something that looks like this, and you're like, oh snap, this looks pretty clean, right? If you see something like that and you're like, bro, like this looks fire, like I want to go ahead and and see if this setup opportunity could hit. I see it. I understand why, I see the confirmations. And if this sell opportunity happens, like let's say we get this sell opportunity first. Now, is this sell opportunity going to take this out? Oops. Is it going to say, you know what, we're now going to go ahead in that bearish state and say, you know what, maybe they'll give some respect, but overall, we want to continue looking for sales. Who's going to win, right? Who is going to win this battle in the market? Give me a one if this is making sense, guys. Let me know. Awesome. So now let's take a look. I'm just going to go ahead and narrate for you guys and just explain. Okay, cool. Look at what's going on. We get some respect on that shoulders zone. So let's go ahead and just mark this up. Let's see if we can continue going up or if we sell. Because someone's looking for sales there, right? I can see why. 1 to 3 is already here, so we don't even have to go all the way down here. Right here is fine. Let's take a look. That was very close, but we did not hit TP yet. But we should for sure be at break even. 100%. 1 to 1 happened. 1 to 2 happened. This is now a profitable setup. We've taken partials. We're now at break even. So now this is a risk-free trade. But let's see. Did we hit TP? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Let's go. Guys, does this make sense? Let me know if this just gave you a clicky moment real quick. Let me know. The structure was there. We got some structure, right? But now let's see if we can continue. I'm gonna go ahead and just adjust my box. Mark is starting to head down to me. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and delete this. Now let's go ahead and see if we can get some structure. So this would be our BOS to the downside. Now this would be our change of direction. Now, if you want to go ahead and play with like the internal structure, you can, but just for like the sake of the video or the live, this is my dominant low. Like this is my dominant low, and this is my dominant high in the pullback, right? So I like to go ahead and respect the dominance, the external structure. The internal structure, like I get it. Sometimes it'll go ahead and give you opportunities if structure looks clean, but I want to see if we can get this, especially because I don't even trade EUR AUD a lot. So, just because of that, I'm gonna just stick to what I know. Now we have another BOS here. So now we're just adjusting. We're getting closer to the market. Let's see. Let's keep this here as well. All right, now let's take a look. We can see we actually got the change of direction here. Change of direction to the upside. Now my left shoulder would be right here. Now notice, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just zoom in real quick. Again, structure makes the setup, guys. I'm gonna just move this. The structure will always 100% of the time make the setup. Now, notice how my wick to body, my lowest wick in this area is here. Now my closest wick, or my closest body, I'm sorry, is here. I didn't even see that earlier, but my lowest wick here, my closest body point is right there. Notice that was support. We bounce off it, we bounce off it again, we break through, we break through, we bounce off it, and we're out. So let's see if we can get some respect on that setup. I know I have to redo all this stuff real quick. Well, let's see. Oh, you right. You right, G. You ain't even wrong. All right, now let's take a look. Let's see if we can get some opportunity. Oh, it respected the starting point. Come back down to me, bro. Come back down. Hold the zone. Hold it. Oh. Hey, but it's giving opportunities to the upside, though. Let's see. Will it come back down? Let's see if it'll come back down. Oh no. That looks like a solid confirmation the market wants to head back up. Once you get something that looks like this, you're like, oh man, the market wants to continue right now. But it happens, right? And they'll just save these zones for later. And there's nothing we could really do about that. Let's go to the daily real quick, just so we could take a look at structure. What's up, bro? Okay. So let's go ahead, break a structure to the upside, and then we have a starting point here. But let's take a look. I want to just kind of see if we could focus on some of these head and shoulder setups real quick. Let's see if we can get some structure on the way back down. All right, let's take a look. Notice how we break structure to the downside. This would be my change of direction line. Cool. So we got the change of direction. Now let's take a look. Let's go ahead and just confirm. Now let's see if the market wants to go ahead and continue off that, or if the market wants to come back down to this zone. Oh man, the market jumped. It didn't even give me a chance. It didn't even give me a chance, bro. But look, this is the thing though, right? Even though we didn't catch it, when the market gives you this change of direction, understand like the market is ready to go. Whether the market comes back down to you or the market just takes off, you were right. So like you can't be all salty and be like, oh, the market never gave me an opportunity. Hey, the market's not going to give you an opportunity all the time. But were you right on your bias? Were you waiting for the bias? Did the bias happen? You just didn't happen to catch it, and that's okay. But were you correct? That's what you have to focus on. Hey, but this is the thing though. This is the thing though. Like sometimes even though we wait for these setups here and we wait for this change of direction setup, a lot of the times that's the second setup, guys. We have to start understanding that. If you didn't catch it here, like this is the 4 hour. There's probably a starting point right here on the 1 hour time frame that we missed just because I was on the 4 hour. So let's go down. Let's go to the 2 hour real quick. Let's go back down 1 hour. I mean, technically, this was the starting point. This is the stop loss. Market does play around, but the market definitely continues to the upside. But that's the thing. The starting points, guys, we have to get familiar with the starting points. Even though the market did um give that one some trouble. And I bet you even on the daily, there's probably one down here that we got tapped into or on the weekly. Even though the structure's kind of nasty, let's go to the weekly. You see what I mean? Like that, this one candle technically is a weekly starting point. But I mean, no one really trades the weekly like that. So technically this was a snipe on the weekly. That was just a nasty wick. But the thing is, like sometimes, a lot of the times, guys, the starting points, especially the ones that be hidden on lower time frames like this, those are the first opportunities. Those are the ones that you should be getting into, right? Once you understand that, you're like, oh, that's how you catch the head. Instead of waiting for the second opportunity, which is the shoulder, a lot of us, well, including myself, right? I would just try to wait for this one, not understanding that the head was the one that you should be in. But what gives the most confirmation? The head and shoulder, because it gives an actual setup that's repeatable. It breaks down, structure gives the break of structure the downside. We change direction and then we wait for the market to come back and continue. Does that make sense? That's why the change of direction is so important because once we get this, the market is ready to go. Whether the market wants to go ahead, pull back and get you, or the market just takes off. Give me a two if that makes sense. Let's go ahead. We'll leave it right here. A lot of liquidity right there. All right. Now this is the thing. This is the next head and shoulder. And this is why the market has to respect this or disrespect it. If we respect it, we're going to continue dropping down a little bit more. But notice this. This is my head and shoulder. We respected it and then made a brand new head and shoulder. So this is the next one in line. This right here is the next one in line, which means this stop loss is either going to be disrespected. So we start looking for buys, or this setup is going to respect. And then we could possibly come down to this one here. So let's go ahead and take a look. What's going to be happening here? It's the same. We'll go ahead and just keep it right here. So this would be my change of direction line. But depending on how structure looks, I may take a look at opportunities after this. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Depending on how much liquidity builds up, I think we can get respect here. The one thing I like about this setup though is we get a nice push to the upside, and then we have a nice push to the downside. And then we start to build some liquidity and hang out right here. So let's see if the market just does this. Oh, this is EUR AUD, so we may just consolidate for a little bit. But let's take a look. I don't even think I've ever traded this, and if I did, it must have been like my first year or so. All right, I like how the market is staying put. Let's see. Yeah, I like how the market wants to continue to the downside. But now this kind of makes it sweeter, right? Even though I was waiting for the market to just kind of like stay here and come back up, now the market actually created and set liquidity for me. So now when the market wants to come back, now there's an incentive to come back here. And if the market actually changes direction on that higher time frame, which I've been waiting for, it makes it even better because then it goes hand in hand with the head and shoulder setup, which is our breaker structure here. And now we have a giant head and shoulder, which are always the better head and shoulders, guys. Left shoulder, neckline, all this consolidation is part of my left shoulder, the head. And if we can change direction, then yes, look at how my left shoulder is in hand with clearing this liquidity and also coming to this starting point to finish out this head and shoulder opportunity. But now let's take a look. So we can go ahead and draw this up. Let's see if the market wants to continue. The market does. Awesome. We love that. Is it going to come back up for me? I hope it comes back up for me because it sets a lot of nice liquidity. I like how it left liquidity here as well. Oops. Market just drops, builds liquidity, and then we start to head back like that. That's a good sign too, especially when we get head and shoulders and they don't just like drop and then come back up sharp. Ooh, so when those come back up sharp, you gotta be careful. But when they change direction and then build liquidity and come back like this, you're like, oh yeah, market left some liquidity for me to go ahead and take. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's save that. Yeah, let's save that. Yeah, look at that liquidity. Let's go. Now we have a target point, right? So now we have two opportunities here. Stop loss above the high, even though this looks crazy. Watch this hit take profit, and then you're gonna be like, wow, why don't I just put my stop loss at the high? And then we have the starting point opportunity here, and again, stop loss at the high with the minimum 1 to 3. And I would like to tackle this liquidity anyway. So now let's take a look. We can put this over here just because I don't know when it's gonna actually get there. Let's go ahead. Okay, cool. Market's jumping. Market's jumping. All right, guys. Let's see what's happening. Watch it just sell off from there. It don't even give us an opportunity. Ah, ah, give me something, bro. Ain't no way, big dog. That's wild. Nah, G. I bet you that was like a higher time frame starting point too. Oh, it was. See, bro. Hey, you see what happens with being stuck on one time frame does? But it's okay. No worries. It's no worries. Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get it. It looks like the market is respecting structure now. Let's go to the 4 hour real quick. All right. We may just continue from here. I ain't gonna lie. We may just continue from here. But let's take a look. That structure, that shoulder was taken. Let's see what the market now. If we disrespect this, if the market respects, we're gonna go lower. And if the market goes and disrespects, we know exactly where it's gonna go ahead and head to, and then we can start dropping down. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's good. Oh, we got some respect on that name, baby. Let's go. What I tell y'all? It'll just save it for later. It'll just save it for later. Bro, we just be smacking the markets literally. This is why you gotta set alerts. Look at this. Just to up here, 1 to 4 alone. We're good. This was a smack trade. We just smacked EUR AUD, and we didn't even trade AUD like that. Insane. Insane. Let's see. This one might not hold, which is fine. Now let's take a look and see what happens here. This zone we can delete because we know this one was smacked already. Actually, let's save that because actually, is this one going to go ahead and disrespect and we continue with the buys, or are we actually going to continue selling off? So let's take a look. We don't know who's in control yet. Obviously, we want to continue buying. The buys are happening, but are the sellers going to take over or are the buyers going to stay in control? The next best buys would be down here. So let's take a look. Let me explain why. Actually, I'm kind of moving fast. Now, I wanted to look for buys here, right? Obviously. Now, what happens? We break structure to the downside. Now let's take a look. My change of direction line is here right now. The market continues. We have one more break of structure to the downside. At this point, my change of direction line is here right now. We break structure. So now we have another head and shoulder opportunity. Now, again, this is the second opportunity. You should be in the first one. The head is the one you really want to be in. So you should have been in here already. Opportunity one taken. Now let's take a look and see if the second one respects. We can go ahead and delete this for the visual clarity. We can delete this too. What zone is the market going to go to first? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Those buys really hit. Those buys really hit. Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's go ahead and delete all this stuff. Now, again, the buys, the next best buys are still down here. So now let's take a look. Market looks like they're on their way down. Let me see. Oh, technically, and this is the thing too. Technically, this head and shoulder setup doesn't get disrespected until the market hits stop loss. So we can still get pushes to the downside. We can still get pushes. Now let's take a look. It kind of looks like we got a little shift, but I don't really trust that one yet. Give me that buy. Give me the buy. Give me the buy. Come on. You're gonna make me wait? Come down to me. Watch me get clapped. Oh, I already got clapped. It's funny. All right. Let's take a look. My change of direction line is here now because we have a small little pullback. So let's see if the market wants to drop down to the lower zone, which is technically a zone we've been waiting for, and we've been waiting for the zones down here too. So fresh zones down here. And again, what did I tell you guys? This zone here, this head and shoulder setup is not violated until we actually hit stop loss. So this push was kind of expected. Obviously, we want to go ahead and continue buying, but that's a nice rejection. Oh, I was gonna say, is that a snipe? Oh, nasty snipe, bro. Nasty snipe. And this is where risk to reward comes into play too, guys. Obviously, we just took a loss right here. Or if you test traded or if you waited for confirmation, you could have saved yourself a loss. However, market literally hits your stop loss and goes right to the next zone. Right to the next zone. And your change of direction actually happened here. So let's see if the market wants to continue going higher. Ah, too fast. I like the liquidity that's building though. Let's take a look. Too much consolidation, bro. I like that move. Let's see if we can get the change of direction. Yeah, look, you see the change of direction, bro. I swear to you. And this is the thing too. This is the thing too. Notice how we didn't actually touch this zone. Very, even though like that could have looked like a missed opportunity. And if I would have seen this, guys, I gotta be honest, I would have been like, that looks like a missed opportunity. Like, did the market respect the zone? Was it barely missed? Now this is the thing. Notice how the market does this to you. We miss it, and then we give some trendline liquidity. Anytime I get head and shoulders that look like this, they are not my favorite. And this is exactly why. Because that is liquidity, and the market loves to take the liquidity before heading back up. So now let's see if the market can come back here and respect this zone before heading back up. Now, when you see zone or confirmations that look like this, that's not too bad. Yeah, see how the market just respects that and just takes off? Insane. Let's take a look. BOS to the upside, change of direction. Let's see if we can get respect on this. Come pick me up. And just so y'all know, this is exactly why I don't put my stop loss like that. Give it a little bit of pips, bro. I'm telling you. Give it a little bit of pip. The market loves to just tap your stop loss and then continue. I'm telling you guys. We can delete this though for the visual clarity. A lot of liquidity to the downside. I wonder if the market wants to sell off because they're building a lot right here. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if the market wants to sell off anytime soon. So it looks like that was a nice night. Look at the structure now. Notice how we sweep liquidity and then we change direction. Let's see if we continue with these sales. Let's see if we can continue. We can delete this. This is already ran through. Come back up, bro. Oh, is this the zone we've been waiting for? Oh, this is the zone we've been waiting for. Oh, ran through it. Hey, but look at where price is now though. Look at where price is now. I think this is live price. Look at where price is now though. So who won the battle, guys? Who won the battle? The sellers or the buyers? Who won that battle? Let me know. The structure looks super clean too. Honestly, all the structure over here on this side, maybe this looked okay, but this was the best looking structure out of everything. This is how I kind of had a feeling that the market was going to respect it. And then when I seen that respect, obviously I wanted to see if the market can come back to me, but the market didn't. And the market just continued in the downward trend, which is exactly what you want to see. Let's go back up to the higher time frame. Now, look at what the market is heading down to. Notice that we have a starting point here. This is a fresh starting point. A fresh starting point, untouched. So now this is the thing. The market's either going to respect this and go higher, or the market's going to break through and go lower. BOS at the downside. This is the thing. I'm telling y'all, you may not trade this often, but if the market breaks through, we're going to go lower. So when the market pulls back and we get the structure that looks like this, don't be surprised when AUD continues to sell. I may not trade this often, but I understand when the market disrespects and wants to continue, and I can already kind of see it. Like this looks like a massive head and shoulder consolidation, the head, but obviously we have to change direction first. So if we continue to the downside and we pull back, best believe I'm gonna focus on this structure so we can go ahead and we can smack the charts. But let me know if that makes sense, guys. Any questions? Any charts you guys want me to look at before we continue? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. The 1 hour structure. Can we take a look at gold? What are you looking at gold for? Like what do you want to see exactly? You want to see buys? You want to see sells? Do you have a bias in mind? Are you riding the wave? Are you riding social media? What is it? Because everybody wants to look at gold. Everybody wants gold. But do you guys have a bias? Let me know. Talk to me, guys. Understand, gold is bullish right now. Gold is very, very bullish right now. And the market came down to the starting point. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about this for a while. Market came right to my starting point and continued back in the upward trend. But again, look at when we break it down, look at the structure in mind. Down to the 1 hour. Look, as soon as we change direction here, what happens? We respect the head and shoulder. Now look at what happened. Notice this is my liquidity sweep and my break of shoulder, or break of structure. I'm sorry. Awesome. Same. Now look, it took us a while, right? This is the second head and shoulder in order. Look at how the market continued to go. And then the market came back and then respected it. And then the market came back again and respected the zone. Even though it didn't come to the head and shoulder or to the shoulder, it respected the zone. I don't know. I called this out a couple weeks ago. I even showed this zone to EJ back at this during the Super Bowl when we were in Dallas, and I believe like the market was right here around this time. I believe Junior caught gold around this time, and I still hadn't entered opportunities yet. I waited for the market to come down to my opportunity zone so we can go ahead and continue riding that trend. So if you guys were focused and on this zone, I called this out a while back, literally, February 5th area, February 6th, because that's when our call was most likely, you know, all you guys had to do was set alerts. Honestly, guys, all you have to do is set alerts, bro. When you guys hop on these calls and you ask me to and draw, look up the chart for you guys, and I take? Of course I took. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. I don't even trade gold that often either. But when gold's bullish and market structure gives you things like this, easy. Easy pickings, bro. Like this is something that I would be willing to risk on, especially look at the setup. It didn't give you one of these. It didn't give you one of these. Consolidation, break a structure, consolidation, change of direction. Very, very clean. Very, very clean. Gotta take opportunities like that. Now this one, I don't know. This one looks kind of shady. This one looks kind of shady. If I see this, I would see the market come back down to here and then continue going up. That's the thing about me. Like I take opportunities as they come. So like I don't mind taking a loss, especially like this. I don't mind. Like I'll take a small loss, come to my zone, and then we can continue. I'll take a loss. That's the thing about me, dog. I'll take a loss, bro. Like a G on the chin, and then just continue riding the next trade. Like that's something that I've learned because I used to like be hella scared, bro. I'd be like, take one loss, like, oh, I ain't taking the next one. I'm a loser, bro. I just took a loss. Oh, I just took two losses. I'm a loser, bro. And then what happens? The third trade, boom, to the sky, looking like this, to the moon. And you're like, why did I take that third trade? Because you don't want to lose a third time. Has that ever happened to anybody? Bro, you honestly have to learn to say F it. Like, I'm sorry, but you have to learn to say F it and say, bro, I'm not a loser. The market just didn't respect the first two zones, and that's okay. That's okay. Yes, you can wait for confirmation, so it helps in your favor, so you can take less losses as well, obviously. But, sometimes you just have to say F it and run your odds. Because if you're always waiting for confirmation, sometimes it doesn't even though you're waiting for a change of direction like this, even though I was waiting for extra confirmation for another trade, look at market doesn't even come down, and then we just continue, and then you just miss out. And obviously, yes, the market came down with this wick to fill this starting point on the 4 hour, I believe. But I mean, still, like sometimes the market doesn't come down to give you an opportunity, and then it just runs. And then right here would have been your money back from the first one or from the first two you lost. And then the market just continues, right? So like those are lessons you learn. Like I can't teach you that. Like I can tell you, tell I'm blue in the face, and I can explain to you over and over and over again with many, many examples like, hey, yo, you know, you got to just take these, like take them like a G dog. Like, you're not a bad trader. They're just not the zones that are respected right now. And like, I get that, I get it. But at the same time, you're gonna have to learn to do this on your own. Like, no one wants to take the losses. No one wants to take the losses. Not even me. Like, bro, you think I want to take losses? No. But you also have to be aware of where the losses may come from. Obviously, hello, not every trader just wins. Every trader loses, bro. You just take the best educated losses possible. I take the best educated losses possible. That's what trading is. We take the best educated losses, not on purpose, but because they're well educated, they're well executed. We look for confirmations. We look for certain things, certain criteria that makes us feel comfortable taking these trades. Y'all know on YouTube, on Zoom, some of y'all are gonna look at trades and be like, Yeah, I don't like that. So you're not gonna take it. And then there's gonna be trades where you're like, yo, that looks good. Like, I'm gonna take this. Hello, like y'all know. So when you take a loss, it's like, oh man, why did I lose? It had everything that I looked for. It's okay. Hey, just keep running it. Don't be scared to take that next trade because it could be that next trade that gives you your money back plus some. And let's say, that second loss, let's say that second trade, it was a loser. It was a loss. Don't be scared to take that third trade. Do not be scared to take that third trade because that third trade can be the one that gets you your money back from the first two plus some. Guys, this is what trading is. Yes, you can wait for confirmations and wait a bit more, and be more, dissective. And yes, of course, 100% you can. But you shouldn't let the losses scare you guys. Risk to reward, bro. Risk to reward, stop losses, confirmations, following the trend. It's all your friend. You have to trust it. You have to let the process work because sometimes, too, a lot of us cut the process too short before the trades even go. We get into our mind before opportunities even go our way. Sometimes you have to let the trade just do its thing. You have to stop micromanaging your trades too. Even if they're consolidating, who cares? You know how many times, bro, my first year and a half, whoo, I would close out trades over and over and they would just go my way. Why was I closing out trades? Because the trades would consolidate in my buy zone or sell zone. And I'm thinking, oh, the market's gonna go lower. But did I hit stop loss? No, absolutely not. I was actually in a great position. So why did you close the trade? Oh, because I had a thought that the market was gonna go lower without any confirmation of the market going lower. So then I would go ahead and close my trades and then they would just continue to fly in my direction. Bro, these are things that you have to learn from. You have to learn from these things, right? And how do you learn the best? Not on live trades. Absolutely not on live trades. You are supposed to practice back testing. Just like any of your any of your favorite professional athletes, whether that's Kershaw, Messi, RIP Kobe. Hey, who still shoots the trash in the trash can still says Kobe. You know what I'm saying though? All your favorite players, all your favorite players, bro, they practice. You don't think these your professional athletes practice, bro? Every single day. Baseball is like, this is why, like, for me, baseball's always been a tough sport. I've played it since I was a kid. And like professional athletes, bro, they still swing the bat every single day. They still take grounders every single day. Steph Curry still takes shots every single day, bro. I don't know any tennis any tennis athletes, but I'm sure they're swinging that freaking racket or paddle, whatever that thing is called, every single day. I bet you swimmers are in the pool every single day. Wrestlers, they're on the mat. Guys, these athletes, they're practicing every single day. Why aren't you practicing? Everybody should be practicing. You guys need to be back testing. Most important, once you understand smart money psychology, when you understand levels, when you understand J7 or whatever the case may be, TSK, once you understand these strategies, bro, you literally need to just back test it until you understand it inside and out so you feel comfortable with it moving forward. I can't do that for you. You can hop on these calls every day and understand it, but if you aren't back testing, bro, I'm sorry, bro, but you're holding your growth back. You're holding your growth back. I promise you. Once you start back testing, you will realize, and it's gonna be a light bulb. It's gonna be night and day. You will literally realize, like, oh, why didn't I back test sooner? That's literally the concept, like the idea that I like. Why didn't I back test sooner? You guys are literally gonna think the same thing once you guys start, to get going. But with that being said, guys, I will go ahead and close it off there because you do not want to hear me talk and rant. That's not what I do. So let me go ahead and get off right now. But, again, the focus is getting better every single day. So let's do that. Let's get better every single day. Send the charts in, ask for help, hop in the lives. You know what I'm saying? Ask for feedback because we want to help you, but we need to see that you want the help. Everybody everybody wants the help, but everybody's kind of quiet. So if you guys need the help, if you guys want the help, need the help, if you guys are searching for the help, hey, let us know. Tag us in the chats. Shoot some DMs. Let us know you guys need help so we can go ahead and give you guys the time that you need and deserve. But with that being said, that is it for me, guys. If you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and like, subscribe, give a follow. Go ahead and let us know what educator you follow with the best. That way we can go ahead and give you guys some more lives and content. But with that being said, guys, you guys have a great weekend.